Hello everyone, welcome back to another Skywars video. In the last video, I calculated the maximum possible experience in a single game of Skywars in each mode. I determined Team Skywars to have the most possible XP in a single game. In today's video, I will be calculating the least amount of time possible to speedrun to Mythic Prestige with this information. I'll also be calculating how quickly you could take the number 1 position for lifetime Skywars XP, so let's get right into it. Let me first state some preconditions. Assume that the person getting all the experience starts at level 1 and has the farmer kit unlocked, as they need projectiles to get all the kills in the game, and also you don't need to play Skywars to get coins for the kit. This hypothetical scenario will be the most extravagant boosting party in all of existence, with 23 players that are all heavenly heads queuing into Team Skywars just to be farmed by one player, over and over again. Also, assume that everyone has max corruption chance and there is a corrupted game every single game or there is perfect RNG. I will count the time from the moment that the player joins the first game to the moment that the last experience is acquired. Lastly, assume that this is being done on the map Shire, and that the player has MVP Plus for infinite map selection. Also, since the player is starting from level 1, we are unable to use any potions, and we won't use potions for the entire duration of the speedrun. So we need to recalculate the amount of experience possible in a single team's game. Quickly doing the math, for 22 kills which are heavenly heads would give you 330 XP, and adding 11 XP with a win in favor of the Angel, that would be a total of 341 XP possible with no potions in a single Team Skywars game. So now let's find out how quickly you could speedrun to Mythic Prestige in Skywars, which is 150 stars. The equation for how much XP it takes to get a certain Skywars level, if X is greater than or equal to 12, is shown on screen right now. So if we plug in 150 for the level, we get 1,395,000 XP. Let's now calculate the amount of time it would take for each game. Starting with warping a party into a game and loading into the game, that takes about 2 seconds. Then in teams, you have to wait 15 seconds in the first waiting cage, and then you have to wait another 10 seconds in the island cage. This is being done on Shire, and I chose a specific block where everyone that is being killed will stand on. From the farthest island, it takes about 9 seconds to get here. Then the player will use their farmer eggs to hit everyone off, which takes about 3 seconds. When the last player is hit, it takes about 4 seconds for them to fall into the void and die. I will also add 2 seconds for things such as server lag and other sources of error. Also, just as a side note, the party leader has to be someone that isn't the person getting all the XP, because for some reason if you win Skywars you don't have access to the paper that lets you choose a specific map, but if you lose you do. Adding all this time up, it takes 45 seconds for each game. Now let's do the final calculations with the amount of time for one of these games. Mythic Prestige is 1,395,000 XP, so if we divide that by the amount of XP per game, we get 4,090.9. This number has to be an integer because it represents the amount of games, so we will round up to 4,091 games. To get the total time, we multiply this number by the time for each game, which comes out to be 184,095 seconds. This is about 3,068 minutes, or about 51 hours. And let's also find out how long it would take to get number 1 on the Skywars leaderboard. Right now, you need 2,120,516 XP to get number 1 on the Skywars leaderboard for XP. To get at least this much XP takes 6,219 games, and the time for that comes out to be roughly 78 hours. So if this boosting party went perfectly, a player could surpass the number 1 Skywars player in about 3 days of straight playtime. This is pretty incredible considering the number 1 Skywars player has been playing for many years and has 5,482 hours of playtime. But anyways, that'll be all for today. As always, if you enjoyed the video, please subscribe to the channel as it would be greatly appreciated. See you in the next one.